is the reservoir. Yep, that's right. We walked all the way to that reservoir from that parking lot I just showed you before. And then we just walked all the way from that reservoir
to here,
up these mountains. And ooh-wee, there are a lot of mountains. There are a lot of fungal algal things going on the way.
Fungal algal things going on. And that's that.
And there
that high peak trail thing.
Is
and there's just lots of pinnacles on there.
A natural bathroom that was created 65 million years ago when dinosaurs decided to become civilized.
When dinosaurs accepted Jesus.
Dinosaurs for Jesus. Oh my God. Here's one of my favorites. We call it Bad Day for Conehead. Cheer up. At least you live in California. We just did a massive straight shot up. Here we are. That rock that used to be far away is now within pissing distance. And we have more. There's more up.
Yep.
We have a little more up. And then we have a cross. And then a whole lot of down. We made it to the great Pinnacles Stairway. Ooh, I have never seen moss on the sides of these before. Way cool. Without further ado, let's make this a further adid. I believe this is as high as the trail actually goes. We can see the valley from here. And the Santa Lucia Mountains on the other side. Here's the top, which adventurous climbers could probably reach, but I'm not feeling that adventurous today. As you can see, it's sheer precipitousness, and we don't have the right equipment to make it happen. So we'll just have to be happy with all this gorgeous scenery. Look at this. This is new. I've never seen water like this, shimmering on the top. No fishies. No froggies.
The wind.
Just the wind. And the wind cries Mary and wants to go where the golden goose knows.
And they call it Mariah.
Carrie?
No, the wind.
This railed part, because we're literally on the edge of the cliff here. And this is interesting. It's a little river of grass. Obviously that's where water ran off in great abundance. And look at the after effects. This, I guarantee, will not be here in 6 months from now.
Grass and miner's lettuce.
Miner's lettuce. Lettuce mine. And this is the kind of precarious little leanings one has to undertake for this most strenuous hiking portion at Pinnacles National Park, formerly known as
Pinnacles National Monument.
Yes, we have mixed feelings about this redesignation, but
today's not bad because luckily it rained last night and even today, this morning. So a lot of people decided not to hike. And
yes,
also it's a weekday.
We are having the fortuitous luck of low hikers because of the rain this morning. This is like the least crowded I've ever hiked here. Look at this. This is fun. It's a straight down shot. It's not for grandma. Like, it's not for my mom anyway. She wouldn't have made it out of the parking lot. She has bad knees. See what we just went through to enjoy California's gold.
Kablam.
Somebody had to make these stairs. That's just amazing.
Yes, yeah, the Civilian Conservation Corps during the Depression.
That's amazing. That's amazing. It's all amazing. Amazing grace. Now, to be continued. Now we're on the other side of that. We're supposedly going down, but something feels oddly strange. But beauty still exists in massive quantities all around us. Little detour to this side again. Yeah, I guess we just went down that right there, didn't we? Or something like that.
And you see those white areas by the suitcase-like things? That's where the condors nest. Inside those things. That's their droppings.
Really?
Yep.
Condor nest. They're a bunch of shit machines.
Yep.
Back to our regularly scheduled program. I'm ready to see the orange walls that aren't painted correctly in the hotel room. We're descending. Descending. Descending like fallen angels from heaven. And our punishment is to spend eternity in the parking lot. Even Joni Mitchell had a song about put up a parking lot. Particularly nice bouquet of Indian paintbrush and what is the yellow one?
Yellow thing.
The yellow thing. Oh, I should get some pictures of the daughter too. This is a parasitic plant, the orange stuff, that just turns into like string cheese and starts strangling plants. It seems to like this one in particular. And here we are, still at the Pinnacles, descending, trying to get to the parking lot somewhere over there. It's not that far away, but it's a roundabout. It might be right there, actually. But it's kind
I'll
of
get some daughter.
straight down. There's your daughter.
Mm-hmm. This is Hank Pickle Waterfall.
It's the Condor Gulch overlook. I guess this is Condor Gulch. That's quite a gulch.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big gulch.
Yep. The big condors.
Condors did that?
Yep.
They pecked it
Yep.
until it happened? And there's the creek that made it happen.
Yep. Doesn't look very powerful at the moment.
Surprised it's not more powerful. So, I finally got the battery charger replaced on my camera that I left in Hawaii in October. It's now March. My friend Jim and I have taken a little trip to the Pinnacles in San Benito County, California. We're taking the southern route up from King City, and we just came across this landslide, which I've never seen anything quite like. So, time to break the video camera out and take some of the first videos of our experience. Oh my God.
They bulldozed some of it. It looks like this whole hillside sort of collapsed onto the road, and they bulldozed a little bit to make a berm here and a berm on the other side of the landslide area.
Nature versus man. Nature won here.
They
So,
some of the debris just up here
this is amazing.
and just rerouted the road.
Look at the alluvial flows that used to be a road. Now, subjected.
Now it's going to be a road that's buried.
Yeah, they'll never redo this. I'll just use the detour. Very cool. This is pretty dry in these parts. We've been getting crap loads of rain this year. So let's go check out that little pond formerly known as the low part of the pasture. Birdies are loving it. So are trees. The ones that didn't die are thriving. Look at that old
look at that
tractor.
Old thing. Yeah.
Wow, that's trippy. I actually kind of want to go see it.
Called tidy tips.
So if
It's a native
Tiny Tim was here, he could
tidy
tip, throw. Oops, I did that wrong. Tiptoe through the tidy tips.
Yep.
It's actually kind of nice. So I'm thinking I want to go up there and see that. And the windmill, just because it's so... I don't get to see this stuff every day.
Alright.
Alright, I have videos of Jim climbing a fence. Quite graceful for somebody who qualifies for the Denny's senior menu.
That's right.
Where I grew up, we had a windmill. It was taller than this, but it actually worked for the whole time I lived there. It's a little windy today. Not the best day to hike, but fuck it, we're doing it. Love this old equipment though. It's the Registered Angus Ranch. I guess that's where we are. Beautiful out here. God, I would love to drag this to Burning Man. Have you never seen Carhenge, have you?
Any what?
Carhenge? We used to have one of these too when I was a kid. In fact, I vaguely remember when I was like 3 years old, my grandpa mowing off the dog's leg in the field. This is the one that looks scary. Wow. It's pretty cool. There's a dog coming from over there. So we're near somebody's house. And we have arrived at the newly designated Pinnacles National Park. I haven't been here since it was a national monument. And I'm not sure when it became a park. Maybe 4 or 5 years ago? Anyway, it's 2017, so maybe 2012-ish. All right, It's a cold, wet, rainy day, and we're gonna hike anyway. We finally started our hike after a little ranger talk and a cute little film telling us about the geology and history of one of our favorite parks in California. And here we are going up a nice wet version of the Pinnacles, which I personally have never seen. And here we are, our favorite rock formations. And the star of the show, the gray pine, which dominates the landscape and is truly the crown jewel of California's Gold Park. Wow, I just love the lichen and algae and look at this rock here, it's just like covered. That's like a carpet. Is that like an aloe vera plant growing on it?
That is, it's called stone crop. It's a dudleya.
Is it a dudleya?
Mm-hmm. Aloes are actually not close to lily at all. They're from lily family, and they're from Africa.
Really?
Yeah, yes. All aloes are native to Africa.
All agaves? Plus within even the same species, there's variations.
Yep.
Wow, look at that. That is so cool. That reminds me of like the cliff dwellings in Colorado. Do you ever go to Mesa Verde?
I have been there, yes. Have you?
I drove past there one time, but I never stopped. It's on my list of places to further explore. Way cool. We're getting close. Here's the first sign of caveage. It's a big hole in the rocks. Ironically, the cave is dry. In we go. Where we end, we'll never know.
Where do you get started? I have my headlamp.
Yeah, this is all coming back now. It's been many years since I've been here, but oh yeah. There's beautiful rock formations everywhere you look. And there's also treacherous drop-offs into the abyss. One of those treacherous rocks that's ready to fall over and make the trail end. Caution. Danger. Slippery when wet. I believe it's wet.
Yeah.
That's as wet as it gets.
You know about that?
It's in the Navajo reservation.
In the Arizona-New Mexico border?
Yeah, it's by Page, Arizona.
Wow, I look up there.
And now it's cool. Just this picture right here with the raindrops glistening and as they fall into the abyss is pretty cool. Surprises around every corner as we go through the canyon to the reservoir. That is particularly cool. Off to the trail. Little stream slinking down like a snake.
Here's monkey flower. Orange dots in it.
Monkey flower. We just came from down there in the Earth's abyss. So we're going up there. We're almost there. At long last. Ta-dum! The reservoir. Looks like they have blue frogs here. They're making a comeback. Good for you, Froggy. Go, Froggy, go. Here's a bridge. Here is a much higher reservoir than I remember 20 years ago. And look at that cool, like, foggy ridge at the top there.
No, it has been even higher, judging by looking at the watermark. And I've still never done so on these trails.
That goes all the way to that
Yep.
peak.
I've never done it.
Can you photograph us together?
Looking out at the reservoir after going through the series of caves it took to get here. And we went over that little bridge. Actually, that's a dike. Really, that dike is holding back all the water? Guys. And our favorite gray pines dotting the upper elevations of the landscape. And of course, Sydney Opera House type spires jutting from the topography. There's the reservoir from afar. We are now on our way up to the high bridge trail. That means more stuff like this, only with spires and stuff. Look at that. Beautiful spires. Then we come past this trail. A precipitous canyon emerges in sight. Well, it hasn't emerged, it's always been here, but we can see it. Emerges into our vision. And now, here's something new that didn't happen the last time I was here. We have things in two languages now. Not only is it danger, climbers below, no throwing rocks.
Peligro.
We also have peligro, hay gente abajo. No tire piedras. Tick, 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 tick. At the
Rim trail.
rim trail, but we're not quite at the most spectacular there over there. But you can vaguely see the parking lot where we originated from. We actually walked all that distance, all the way over there to the reservoir. And now, oh my God, look at these beautiful flowers in this little grass here.
Oh, wow.
That grass would not be here normally. This is a beautiful, exceptionally beautiful wet winter. Look at those monkey flower patches. Oh, it's just gorgeous here.
Monkey flowers bloom. Monkey flowers are pretty drought resistant. They bloom even during drought years.
That's true, but they're not.
But they're doing great.
They're not surrounded by beautiful grasses. And look at all those yellow flowers over there.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And look at that beautiful red puddle. Favorite parts of spring and desert type communities is when lichen blooms all over rocks. Look at all this. I mean, it's almost like a tide pool on land. Look, there's flowers, there's that, there's all these different algae and lichens, and there's deadly adurite, we'll call it. And then there's some grasses, and there's our favorite.
And here's another thing. It's a related. This is not a dudley. It's something different. So there's has a different flower.
It's not
As
quite
before.
blooming yet, but it's getting close.
I think it might just be closed because it's cloudy.
What are these here? This white one.
I don't know.
And on we go. There are the high peaks that we're heading for. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember this view from last time I was here. I think I have a picture of it that I've never gone back and looked at. That's a nice manzanita. That one looks healthy.
Mm-hmm. The farmer's dead too.
And there's that camel rock head thing.
Yep. And there's lots of cock rocks. We kind of going to see it shortly.
And here's just, look at that. Whoa. Is this more chamise?
Yes.
Chamizel, chamazel? From this side, the camel rock looks like a monkey.
Monkey rock, definitely. Chimpanzee.
Chimp.
Chimp rock.
Jane Goodall would approve. We're almost there.
Wherever there is.
There. The top. Hiker. Sweating. Pants removing. I'm going to put this on the internet under voyeurism. Older man taking off his pants on a hiking trail.
What's that? Older man on a hiking trail, did you call me?
Taking off his pants.
Older than what?
Older than the younger. Older than the hills.
I know I keep on doing this, but actually, this would be better.
Monkey flowers. Posing. These are nice specimens.
Uh-huh.
California's gold. I think we're going all the way up there,
Yes, we are.
but we just ate. You couldn't have gotten much more off.
Canada can't really capture it.
I can.
I'll try.
It's a video thing only. Since I've been here, I don't think I've ever gotten videos. It's one of my favorite rock formations, or at least one of my favorite scenes of rock formations.
It's it'll be interesting if we get a sunbreak.
precipitously gone up this trail.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of switchbacks. And there's some birdies. It's not a condor, it's a vulture, but they're related. Close enough for me. Although I've never seen a condor, I would like to. And this is some more cool rock formations. There's a lot of cartoon characters here. To me, that looks like Winnie the Pooh.
Yes, I see that.
But maybe not everybody sees it that way. And more peaks. I think we end up going over that and around and through that somehow. To be continued. Gray pine, and it's spring, and I've never seen them this mature with fruits before.
Pollen.
We had a few years of drought, and a couple years of rain have really done them good. Almost looks like a Buddha's hand fruit. Made it up to the summit, and I think we have to go up there, or at least around.
Yeah.
This is the other side. After I get a picture of these. This is the other side, and there's the parking lot where we would have come up precipitously from, which I've never done, but it also doesn't look as appealing to me. Do you see it right there?
Yes.
It basically just go whoop, and they're here. And then there's like, way over there, you can see
Something.
the valley that King City is in where we're staying. Only it's over there at Soledad. So you might be able to see the prison. And if you were to escape from that prison, there'd be nowhere to go except the Pinnacles. Or the other side, the Santa Lucias. Either way, good luck.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting a little bit of break in the sun, but even so, even though I can't see it on the screen, I hope this is turning out. I assume it is. But you know how it is. It always looks better when you're watching this on TV later
Yep.
than it is on the screen in front of you. But even if this doesn't turn out, this is just one of the most beautiful pinnacle experiences I've ever had. And I've been here, this is probably my 6th time if I'm remembering right. And this little formation right here is really cool. Last time we were here, they were looking for condors. Some people with
I think that
binoculars.
You know what? I think that might have been condor.
And we might have just seen a condor, but I didn't see it well enough to distinguish, because those clouds and the Santa Lucias on the other side are much more attractive at the moment. And look at that green valley below.
Mm-hmm.
It never is this green. Never, except now. Maybe last year it was briefly, but we didn't get nearly as much rain, and they probably didn't get as much rain down this far. So this is a special time at the Pinnacles, to be sure. We heart the Pinnacles. Well, I just did a power walk up there, from down there I mean, and great views towards that direction. Boy, cool. Might as well go for it and go up the rest. Hopped over that. This is what the Pinnacles look like when you get to the very top of them. Basically just exposed rocks that eroded much slower than the surrounding area. I assume it's volcanic basalt, since this was all remnants of a volcano at one time. This is interesting, probably one of the few places you can see the east side parking lot, visitor center. Where is it? As well as the west side parking lot and visitor center. There is no road that goes through the Pinnacles. You have to approach it one way or the other. I have yet never done this direction. It's not a very long distance from Highway 101 and the city of Soledad, California. That, on the other hand, is a much more extensive road that goes all the way between that ridge over there and this smaller ridge that ultimately becomes what we're in now, the Pinnacles. We came from the south through some extremely isolated roads, quite beautiful and green. And here we are at the top of this little part of the world anyway. Quite beautiful. One of my favorite places in California. I would climb this, but it's close enough for me. I don't need to climb it. Alright, back down. Here's where I just was. I guess you could climb it if you approached it from that direction. It's good enough for me. Birdies. I think those are vultures. Those are vultures. I wish I could do what they're doing though.